Well, hello there, folks. Welcome back to this channel, which is all about helping you become the best trainer, presenter, workshop facilitator you truly can be. Now, in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about something called tonality. Tonality. And if you've been following along on this channel, you probably already know the importance and significance of tonality. You see, we can say the words, we can do the body language, we can say it in particular ways, but if we don't get our tonality right, we can actually say something, and the tonality that we actually say it in can completely twist and change how the receiver receives the information. You see, as a great trainer, presenter, coach, facilitator, mentor, whatever you choose to call yourself, you want to be starting to think about your verbal delivery of your message, right? And we need to appreciate when I work with clients and when I ask, rooms of people that are studying public speaking or getting better at their workshop facilitating skills, I say, question, what is the number one thing that makes a trainer or presenter bad or, ineffective in your mind? Or what makes them boring, all right? And guaranteed every single time I ask the question, they say, when the trainer uses monotone tonality. And I'm like, okay, so without me saying it, internally I'm thinking, why do you guys keep doing it? All right. But the little bit that we need to appreciate though is tonality is two things. It is often very unconscious, and tonality has to be trained. Tonality has to be trained. And if you're taking notes, you probably want to write that one down. Tonality has to be trained, right? So you can't really expect people to have well-trained, well-delivered tonality if they haven't actually been taught how you actually use your tonality well. So we need to appreciate there's three core things that we want to think about with vocal delivery, right? First one there is speed and pace. Speed and pace. And if you're taking notes, which I'm sure you are, speed and pace is where it's at, right? Second, articulation and emphasis. Articulation and emphasis, i.e., what words are you emphasizing as you are speaking your sentences? Then the third one there is the emotion, and the emotion that you're choosing as you are delivering your content, right? So let's recap. We got speed, and then the second one was articulation and emphasis, and the third one was the emotion that we bring and underpins all that we say and do, right? So let's go back to speed. Ideally with speed, the idea is that the irrelevant stuff or less important stuff, say quickly. The important stuff that you really, really, really want people to remember, slow down. Now, it's really important that you start to have conscious awareness around your speed so that you can actually speed up if you want to, slow down if you want to, and not just speak at the same pace the entire time, right? So speed is one of your tools in your tool belt, which is really cool. Second there is emphasis and articulation. Nobody likes a trainer that mumbles. And I've been very guilty of that when I was growing up. I used to mumble a lot because I'm very self-conscious. I didn't like saying the wrong thing or people thinking badly about me. So I was very self-conscious. I used to mumble a lot. But as you grow in confidence, you start to articulate your words even better, even stronger. And you have to do that from stage. And if you're using a microphone, articulation is critically important. Now, number three is the emotional side of things, right? Now, all these three things, the speed, the articulation, the emotion, all of these three things we can actually train ourselves to be able to do and get better at, right? And we need to appreciate that ultimately it's a trained, learned skill. I'll say it again, trained, learned skill, all right? So the way I was trained to do these things, and I'm not fantastic, but I do have a general self-conscious awareness around my speed, my tonality, and my emotions there, right? And my articulation. So how did I learn to do it though? Practice. How did I do it? Well, when I went to my very first public speaking course, we actually practiced it. How? Well, we were given summaries, or we were given paragraphs to actually read, and we had to read it in, first of all, various speeds. We had to read it very quickly, as fast as we could. Then we had to read it as slow as we could. Same chunk of information, but we just read it very, very quickly. And then we also read it very slowly. And then we kind of changed the pace up again and again, right? The second part, then second round, so to speak, or second segment, was we read through it, but we emphasized different keywords throughout the paragraph. And we discovered how that really changed the meaning and how that was put across. Now, there is just one thing here. I just will make an comment here. We can also change the volume that we actually use when we present the information, but that's kind of a thing that's going to be dependent on the content and the environment and the room that you're presenting in. Volume is something you want to think about going forward, but not for now, right? So you want to practice speed really quickly, really slowly, and then in the middle, right? Second part, emphasizing different words throughout the paragraph, right? You can pick any paragraph at all. It doesn't matter, right? You can even pick a children's book if you want to go for that, right? Most of you won't, but if you are willing to actually commit to getting your tonality better, this is the way to do it. Now, the third part was the emotions, right? Now, again, we had the same paragraph, and all we did, we were told to read it to each other. We did this activity in pairs. We were told to read it to each other. One, in a very excited, very passionate, very enthusiastic style. Second, we were told to read it in a very, I don't give up kind of style, right? And that distinction or that contrast, dramatic versus I don't care, allowed people's minds to open up in regards to how do you put across in a way with volition. I am choosing to be enthusiastic, or I'm choosing to be boring right now. And then we also had other emotions that we stepped into, like curiosity. So we read in a very curious mindset, or tonality there. We also read in a very scared tone, right? And basically, we just looked at expanding the emotional range that we brought to the content that we brought to our audiences, right? So let's just recap here, folks. We got speed, we got articulation and emphasis, and then the third one there is emotion, right? And if you can get a handle on these three things, your tonal delivery is going to go through the roof, and you will be able to capture and hold people's attention in a way stronger way. I just said way stronger way than ever before. And you will be the standout presenter and trainer from stage or in the online space, because people are hooked and engaged on the variety of different senses and flagrances and vibes and feelings that you bring to the words that you have, right? So at least it opens up the possibility of choosing different tones, which is the really, really cool thing, right? So on that note, folks, thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you got some value from it. And go out there, be tonal, be deliberate with your tone, and know that it's your kind of your secret weapon, folks. It's your secret weapon. And if you work on it, you'll be even stronger in everything you do and say in your marketplace. Thanks for watching, team, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.